Hello, everybody, and welcome to this guided meditation with focus on breath awareness today. I find during these difficult and stressful times, it's really useful to incorporate breathing techniques into my meditation. It helps me to quiet my mind, it helps me to relax my nervous system, and it helps me to go a little bit deeper into my meditation. So for today, we're going to be learning a technique known as alternate nostril breathing, or Nadi Shodhana. To do this, we use our hands, so the right hand will come up with your palm facing towards you. And then I'm going to take my pointer finger and my middle finger and fold them in towards my palm. So I will be using my thumb and my ring finger to alternately close the nostrils. If this is very confusing and uncomfortable for you, the other options would be to just use your thumb and your pointer finger. It's not the traditional way to practice, but it's still fine. Or to use your imagination and not even use your hands. So if you're dealing with some nasal blockage or congestion, and I know this time of year we're all dealing with sinus and allergy kind of issues, so in that case, just use your imagination and do your best, and don't overthink it. Just let it be whatever it will be. To begin here, let's let go of that. Bring your awareness into your body. So for now, you can let your eyes just gently close and take your attention from the mind down into the body. Sometimes I like to imagine that I have a volume knob on my mind that I could just turn down a little bit. And maybe there's another volume knob on my body and my inner life that I could turn up a little bit so I could tune in a little bit more to what's happening inside of me. Take your awareness all the way down into your sitting bones now. And just begin to sway a little bit to the right and to the left and feel how the weight will shift from the right sitting bone into the left sitting bone, and just noticing that. Can you find the center where the weight is evenly distributed on the right side and the left side so you're not leaning in any direction? And then a gentle little swaying forward and back, just rocking forward and rocking back. And notice how when you rock forward, the tailbone might lift a little bit and you're pressing a little more into the pubic bone. When you rock back, tailbone drops and pubic bone lifts. And staying aware of the pubic bone and the tailbone, can you find the place now that's in the center here? So now you'll find your weight evenly distributed, pubic bone to the tailbone, the right sitting bone to the left sitting bone. Once you have found this nice solid foundation, ground yourself into it. So let yourself just relax down into that space and soften all of the little muscles, all the muscles around the sitting bones, and even softening through the pelvic floor, feeling the warmth and the pressure of your buttocks either on your chair or your cushion, whatever you're sitting on. And then from there, can you bring a little bit more lift and lengthen through the spine? So get a sense of lifting up through the crown of the head. Take a deep breath in and let your shoulders roll forward and up, and as you exhale, let them go back and down the back, and do that 2 more times. So a deep breath in as you roll your shoulders forward and up to the ears, and exhale back and down. And then one last time, forward and up on the in-breath, back and down on the out-breath. And now just relax your shoulders down and away from the ears. Feel that you could also extend your shoulders out to the side walls, so you have space between the shoulder blades, so the upper back is nice and broad. And space in the front also, so you're separating collarbones a little bit. Yeah, and so that you have a lot of space in the chest, in the lungs, in the heart. And now begin to fill that space by taking a nice deep breath in and expanding your lungs as if they were 2 balloons that you were filling with air. And then on the exhalation, exhale all of the air out. Empty, 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 empty. Do that a few more times. Deep breath in to fill all the way up. And then let it be a nice and long and slow out breath, letting go, letting go, letting yourself arrive here into this moment. And maybe just one last time, a deep breath in. And a very long, smooth, and slow breath out. Take another moment or two here to relax any obvious areas of tension in the body, any place where you might feel some tightness or some clenching, something you're holding on to. Maybe it's that fear, that anxiety, whatever is there. Can you just soften and let that go? And let your eyes just gently open, just a little bit, enough to bring your right hand up and to fold down again. Middle finger, pointer finger, moving in towards the palm. Bringing the hand right up in front of your face. Take a deep breath in. And then close your right nostril with your thumb and exhale through the left. Staying here on the left side for your inhalation. Closing with the ring finger and exhaling through the right. Continuing here to inhale through the right side. Close the right nostril with the thumb and exhale left. And again, inhaling left. Close with the ring finger, exhale right. And just continue with this pattern. So you're exhaling and inhaling on one side, closing and switching to the other side. Pattern is exhale, inhale, close, and switch. Exhale, inhale, close, and switch. And now just notice as you continue to breathe here, notice if the body has tensed up. So maybe you're really thinking about this and trying to figure it out, and so there's like a little tension now. So relax again, relax your whole body. And know that when you're doing this breath, the breath does not need to be forced or deep. It can be a very easy breath. The pressure on the nostrils when you're closing off with your fingers is just a very light touch, enough to close off the airway. So just think gentleness, kindness, compassion towards yourself. This breath, this Nadi Shodhana breath, is said to balance the right and left hemispheres of the brain and to relax the nervous system, to quiet the mind, to lower heart rate, lower blood pressure. You might even begin to feel some of these things happening. Another thing that Nadi Shodhana does is it's said to balance the energy centers of the body. So you have a main channel of energy that goes right up and down the spinal column. So sometimes as I continue to do this breath, I might incorporate a sense of drawing the energy all the way up, one side of the body on the inhalation, and then on the exhalation, maybe crossing it over and sending it down the other side. Excuse me. Up and down this Sushumna Nadi, this main energy pathway of your body. If this becomes uncomfortable or difficult or challenging in any way to you, then let it go and just let your hand come back down into your lap. If it's feeling soothing, if it's feeling relaxing, then just stay with it a little bit longer. Continuing to relax the body, the face, the jaw, shoulders, belly. And settling into a nice, steady, and smooth rhythm. We'll stay for just a little while longer. If you've already lowered your hand back down, then you might want to play with just using your imagination to see if you could sense the breath in one nostril and then the other. Or maybe just feeling the breath filling and emptying your lungs, your chest. Nothing to accomplish here. There's no striving. There's nowhere to get. Some days this breath comes very easily to me, and some days it's a little bit of a struggle, and on those days, I just let it go. I breathe in another way that feels more relaxing. The next time you find yourself exhaling through the left nostril, release the breath, let your hand come back down into your lap, and breathe normally. And just notice how you feel. Notice if anything has shifted for you mentally, physically, emotionally. Not looking for anything, just noticing, just staying present with whatever arises. And now for these last 2 or 3 minutes here, I'd like you to just notice where your breath is most obvious to you as you breathe. So where do you feel the breath the strongest? You might feel your breath in your chest. Maybe it's the belly, perhaps the nostrils. And if there's not one place for you that you can really feel the breath strongly, then just choose a place to focus your attention. And for the next part of this meditation, wherever that place is for you, you're going to allow that to be your home base. So that's an anchor for your practice. It's a place that when your mind begins to wander, as we know it will, you can come back to, and you can begin again. You can start fresh in any moment. So finding that place now, and anchoring all of your attention right into that place as you feel the breath coming in and you feel the breath going out. Relaxing your body once more. And notice how quickly the mind begins to think. Knowing that this is not a problem, that the mind's job is to think. We have the choice whether to get caught up in those thoughts or whether to come back to this anchor and to come back to this present moment. So the next time you notice that you're caught in a thought form, you might simply say the word thinking. You might say worrying, planning. Sometimes I like to just use the word drop. And then returning again and again, as many times as you need to, coming back to the anchor and starting fresh. Knowing that every single breath, every single moment is an opportunity to start fresh and to begin again and to let go. Staying here just another minute or so. In this minute, continuing to practice on your own. Catching the thoughts, saying thinking or drop, coming back again and again to the anchor. And now expand your awareness just a bit to include any sensations that you're feeling in your body. Just notice, maybe you'll become aware of the heartbeat, some pulsing. You may feel some movement somewhere in the body, some tingling or vibration. allowing that to be here in your experience as well, and including sounds that are around you. Sounds that may be close in or more distant. Feeling into all of the space that's here, in you, outside of you, and all around you. Creating this space in your life, so take some moments every day to pause and to breathe and to find that space. Viktor Frankl said, between the stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space lies our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. So just taking that with you as we continue to navigate these uncertain and difficult times, to know that you can create that space and you can come back home to your breath, to your body, and to your heart. Namaste. Thank you for being here.